Felix, actually.
You are?
Fell in love with Felix last year.
Yeah.
We were in a Victorian scandal together.
Yes, they didn't realise much about us, did they?
Oh, they did they? It was really good. Really good. Never done an open mic before. And never played ukulele on my own before. So it's a bit of a thing for me tonight. That's really good. Thank you very much. It's really good. Really very good. Yes, that'll do. That'll do.
So you're not alone.
Yeah, it's got the middle-age crisis, isn't it? Anybody got any Viagra?
You have.
Oh, you got some there. Thank you very much. Which hand is it? Yeah, oh, I like it. Did you see that one? That was the classic. Which hand's a Viagra in? That's it. That's it. It's in that way around. That way. That way. That way. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Well, what to do?
Off you are.
I like collecting poetry, and this poem isn't by me. It's by a new poet called Emmaline Austere. She's not here tonight. She does live in Scarborough. But she can't be here tonight, and I just wanted to seize the opportunity to come and actually read her work. Her work's never been read in public before. Emmaline is a new poet. She's been writing secretly for quite a few years now, and I met her through my work as a writer and got to see some of her poetry, which she didn't really want to share with the world. And it's that sort of poetry where they keep it secret, and I think she keeps it secret for fear of what the public are going to think about it. So I decided to hijack it, and you know what that's like, don't you, as a poet? And she writes specifically for children, and I'm a children's writer, so I read it and I just liked it. I liked her ideas. I liked the way that she was wicked. And this one that she's allowed me to read for her is called Thomas the Greedy. There once was a boy called Thomas who was greedy and was very fat. One day, whilst rather peckish, he stood, eyeing up the cat. He'd eaten the family goldfish after breakfast and before school. His main regret was that it was wet, not at all that it was cruel. He'd said he'd asked for kippers, and if his mother had obliged, then the little tiny fish cake would still have been alive. And when home from school that day, Thomas did arrive. He said that for his dinner, he wanted something alive. Foolishly his mother laughed, then served up beans on toast, and by the end of dinner time, the hamster was a ghost. The hamster house lay empty, abandoned not through choice. Thomas's father shook his fist and changed his tone of voice. No more pets for you, young man. Straight to bed, you hear. I've told your mother to tan your hide if you dare reappear. The cat was quickly sent away for her safety's sake. Instead, his mother cooked her son a cheesy pasta bake. Thomas wasn't happy. Thomas was so sad. The pasta didn't fill him up. He was a growing lad, and all that time he thought about the cat and where she'd gone. And most of all, he prayed and prayed that she wouldn't be gone too long. Homemade quiche and salad was all very fine and well, but on the face of Thomas, the strain had begun to tell. His eyes were like lost souls, pale, empty, and withdrawn, until one day they lightened up whilst playing on the lawn. Next door's cocker spaniel had clambered through the hedge. What a fine snack he made, with rosemary and roast veg. During the weeks that followed, Thomas enjoyed a mighty feast, eating all the village cats and dogs, until Thomas was a beast. And here is where our story must meet its tearful and tragic end, for something disagreed with Thomas in the canine-feline blend. Whilst polishing off the Jack Russell from number 62, he foolishly swallowed some rosemary he couldn't be bothered to chew. Lodged inside his throat, the spiky rosemary twig did stick. Finding it hard to breathe, he knew that help was needed quick. A blow to the back would have saved his life, but nothing goes as planned. For when he screamed, the noise he issued was by far a different brand. Instead of, "Help, Mum, please come quick," there came a small meow. Oh dear, he thought in some distress, and stopped to wipe his brow. And as his family were all downstairs, he made for his bedroom door, but he couldn't reach the handle, for he was walking on all fours. Thomas tried to scream and scream. This time it came out, woof! He needed help, and pretty quick, for he was feeling roof. Despite the fact he'd not eaten toad, he began to croak. And nothing made things better, not even a swig of coke. Thomas just still could not be heard. The choking got much worse. It was lucky that his parents had speed dialed for a hearse. They soon got over their terrible loss when the cat returned safe and sound. It's amazing how pets can ease the grief of a child under soily ground. The family replaced the hamster. In the tank now swam several fish. At dinner time, rosemary was omitted from every single dish. Right, this is where it gets disastrous.